Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Lions would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Seahawks going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carry for LeGarrette Blount. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
And he's got his man on the out route. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Wilson on second down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
And he will find his man on the outside. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Now a carry for Blunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. They'll run again with Blunt. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Call it an 8-yard pickup, but it'll be 3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 50, it's Stafford. He finds Riddick complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Stafford on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
second down. Here's Stafford. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's caught, Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Janikowski now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he dumps it off to Blount. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, Stafford going underneath to Blount. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the 50, Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27, and he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Wilson on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on third down. Stafford steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Take it in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Malcolm Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To throw on second down. Stafford eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, Stafford here. Now he's flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Second quarter in Cleveland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Zebra. Check 26, check 26. Nice. Move the team. Hey, Mike 40. Easy. Nice.
They run the counter now on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They start on the ground here with Blunt. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on second down. Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Myers now to kick it away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down. Stafford. Incomplete. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target, and it'll bring up third down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Christian Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Higbee with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Janikowski on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Joe, he's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. The Raiders, they've added on, extending their lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. As they run the counter play. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for
counter
a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Screen pass to Blunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To throw on second down. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And it's the Titans who have scored to grab the lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it here with Blunt. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, here's Stafford. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Lions on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. And incomplete here on third down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Telling us stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage. So I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his man, it's Darbo. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Run left, run left. On the 10, on the 10, 10.
Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They run. It's Oliver. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On third down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out now come the Lions. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And Blunt has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Blunt. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Again, here's Blunt. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Hey, tag 32. Tag 32.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Blunt. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Stafford on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about that.